The Ballad of Bishop Burton, a tragedy in 50 reviews. Oh, gather round, my darlings, and let me tell you the woeful tale of University Centre Bishop Burton, Bishop Burton, a place where dreams go to die, where hope is crushed under the heel of incompetence, and where the only thing colder than the classrooms in winter is the staff's indifference. Let me paint you a picture, my loves. Imagine, if you will, a place where teachers treat you like a misbehaving toddler instead of the young adult you are, where they speak down to you, their voices dripping with condescension, as if you raise some kind of feral creature they've reluctantly agreed to babysit. And why? Because they can, because they know you ray trapped there paying for the privilege of being belittled. Now, let us talk about Lindsay, the teacher who decided that dyslexia, a learning difficulty, was a valid reason to deny a student progression to level 3. Oh, but wait, the student did complete all their work on time, they did meet every requirement, but no, Lindsay in her infinite wisdom decided that disability inability, and the best part, that same student went to another college, aced level 3 and proved Bishop Burton wrong. But did they care? Did they apologize? Of course not, because accountability is a foreign concept here, and oh, the food. My sweet summer children, the food is so expensive you'd think they were serving gold leaf truffles. But no, it's the kind of sad, overpriced slop that makes you question if the canteen staff have ever tasted flavor in their lives. And while you ray starving, they won't even turn the heating on in winter. That's right, you'll be shivering in your seat, clutching your lukewarm 5 sandwich, wondering if this is some kind of medieval punishment. But wait, it gets better. Let us talk about lost coursework. Oh yes, the teachers lose your work, blame you for it, and then plot twist, it turns out another teacher took it when they left. And instead of contacting that teacher to get it back, they just shrug and say, "Welp, guess you fail now." How professional, how utterly inspiring. And then there's the access to higher education course cancelled 2 weeks in because not enough students. Imagine moving 6 hours away from home for this course, only to be told, oops, never mind, and their solution, how about animal care instead, as if that's remotely the same thing, as if dreams are interchangeable. The college manager even denied knowing the course was cancelled when confronted. The audacity, the gaslighting, the sheer unmitigated clownery, and don't even get me started on the printer money. Oh yes, you pay $70 for a campus fee, but God forbid you need to print something that LLB extra, because nothing says we care about your education like nickel and dimming you for basic resources. But the worst part, the mental health support, students with anxiety, dyslexia, other struggles, treated like freaks, isolated, kicked out when they become too much work. One student was mentally abused by staff until they were forced to leave, their problems worse than ever. And why? Because Bishop Burton doesn't care about only your tuition money. So here we are, my darlings, a college that fails its students in every possible way, academically, emotionally, financially. A place where promises are lies, where support is a myth, and where the only lesson you'll learn is how badly an institution can betray you. And the saddest part, they don't even care. So tell me, my love shave, you suffered at Bishop Burton too? Share your horror stories below. Let us make sure no one else falls into this trap, because if there's...
I'm looking into crimes near University Centre Bishop Burton, and it's just so sad, like, what's happening in this area. Businesses near University Centre Bishop Burton are like, so sneaky, They'll do anything to get your money. So there was this incident where 3 men with fake IDs and names, stole stuff from TJ Maxx and Home Goods, and then returned it for cash or credit. Can you believe it? I mean, what's the point of having a store if you're just gonna let people steal from you? They got away with over $52,300. What a joke. I'm sure the victims were so confused, wait, I didn't steal anything. And these guys, they just walked away with all that money, I'm sure they're still doing it, laughing all the way to the bank. And then there was this other group of people, Romanian nationals, I think, who were doing this whole sleight of hand thing at Target and Walmart. They'd make a big purchase, ask for the money back, and then, sneak some bills away. It's so smart, but so wrong, They got caught, but I'm sure they've got some other scam going on, they're not gonna stop just because they got caught once. I mean, what kind of person does that, It's can't you just work hard and earn your money like everyone else? And have you heard about the tap to pay scam? This woman, A Chicago woman, I think, was using stolen credit card numbers to buy gift cards at Sephora, Foot Locker, and Lululemon. Like, how did she even think of that? It's so clever, but so mean, you know. She got caught, but I'm sure there are others out there doing the same thing. It's like, can't you just be honest for once? And then there's this whole thing with hidden retail charges. Like, some stores are just adding extra fees to your bill without even telling you. It's so sneaky, you know. I'm sure people are like, wait, I didn't agree to that. But it's already too late. The money's gone, you know. It's just like, what's wrong with people, you know? Can't they just be honest and fair? I'm so sad, like, this is what's happening near University Centre Bishop Burton, Bishop Burton.
Okay, here's the intro music, a somber piano piece with a slightly unsettling undertone visual, a slow pan across a somewhat bleak landscape near Bishop Burton, perhaps a gray sky. Then a static shot of the University Centre. Right. Let's talk about the area surrounding University Centre Bishop Burton. A place where dreams are pursued, futures are built, and frankly, where a degree of caution is advisable when venturing beyond the academic grounds. Because if I'm being honest, and I always am, the businesses nearby, they present a somewhat disheartening picture. It's as if a shadow has fallen over the hospitality sector, a creeping feeling that corners are cut, expectations are dashed, and your wallet is perpetually in danger. It feels wrong, a disruption of natural order. Visual shift to a montage of photos, a dimly lit pub interior, a sterile-looking spa, a very basic sports shop. Each image is held for only a beat or two. You see, having thoroughly investigated the experiences of those who have already braved these establishments, a distressing pattern emerges. It's not simply a matter of a bad meal here or a frustrating service encounter there. It's pervasive. It's a shared sense of disappointment, of being slightly cheated. The expectation of comfort, of genuine hospitality, is rarely met. It's as if the area has accepted a baseline of just okay, and that's a tragedy, a theft of potential joy, really. Let's begin with the places promising sustenance, the pubs and restaurants vying for your custom. Now, these establishments as a whole feel absent of effort. It's not a vibrant culinary scene, it's a place where food and service tend to fall into a discouraging pattern of mediocrity, and sometimes, quite frankly, borderline neglect. Take, for example, the Star Inn. It's a place which, according to several accounts, exists in a sort of conceptual limbo. Some describe it as phantom, described as never been, a potential Google Maps glitch. Others, more concretely, mention shockingly overpriced food, coming in at around £110 for a starter and 2 mains. Imagine spending that much and then leaving with half your plate still full. It evokes a hollow feeling, doesn't it? Someone spoke of having a dessert which needed less sugar, a small detail that hints at a broader failure to care. A chef who doesn't obsess over the balance of sweetness, it's almost a moral failing. And the manager, apparently aggressive, it's a spiraling descent into poor experience territory, isn't it? That experience, I believe, isn't isolated. The descriptions of small portions, pushy wine service, and just blandness across the board suggest a systemic issue. It's as if the owners have chosen profit maximization over genuine hospitality. It's a calculated indifference, and it's deeply unsettling. Visual, a graphic depicting a wilting flower representing lost potential. Then we have establishments that promise pampering, sanctuaries of relaxation such as Sessions Medispa. These places, ideally, would be havens of tranquility. However, the reality, it seems, is far more inflexible. The dominant theme here is a rigid adherence to rules, a breathtaking lack of compassion. Vouchers expiring, tough luck, life happens, extenuating circumstances, irrelevant. It conveys this sense of a business more invested in protecting its bottom line than in providing a genuinely positive experience. People told stories of being refused extensions on vouchers, even when explaining personal hardships such as completing a master's degree or training for a marathon. It's a callousness that lingers like a bad smell. There's also mention of a hostile atmosphere, a clinical ambience. You expect a hug, you receive cold efficiency. And then there's the deposit issue. Suddenly, long-time loyalty means nothing. It feels as though they're creating a distance, building a barrier between themselves and their paying customers. And if that distance grows too large, what's left?
Visual, a blurred image of someone looking anxiously at a contract. Now let's talk about providing for the athletic folks. Bishop Burton Sport. Businesses in this category tend to be expensive. Yes, they are expensive, that's it.
The reviews, or lack thereof, paint a rather thin picture. A lot of silence, empty statements, an eerie background buzz. Mostly they are just absent, and those that are there are one-star complaints. It's a silence that screams volumes, doesn't it? It's the absence of praise, a vacuum of goodwill. Bill, 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 bill.